health. In 2004, a study was done involving two groups of mice. One of these groups had the germs in their stomach artificially removed, while the other had theirs left intact. Both groups were wired up and then exposed to a stressful experience. What they found that was both groups responded to the stressor. The germ-free mice had a measurably exaggerated response. This sparked interesting a concept called the gut-brain axis. The idea that the microbes in your intestines vastly affects your weight The idea that the microbes in your intestines vastly affect the way your brain and nervous system function. The link has previously not been made, but the next question was, of course, could this have an application for humans? It turns out it does, in a big way. There is, in fact, a war going on in your gut. The so-called good bacteria are pitting against the so-called bad bacteria. Now, who's winning the fight is of great importance to you. The bacteria can affect everything from mood to obesity levels. Both bacteria control important levels in the enteric nervous system, which in turn cause chemical cascades that affect all parts of your body, right up to your brain. An overabundance of the bad guys, for example, causes an imbalance that results in some very common psychological problems. The good guys on the other hand can help us relax. They do this by releasing GABA in stimulating the vagus nerve, amongst other things. This collective of gut bacteria is known as the microbiomes. They live inside you. In symbiosis, you need them and they need you. But just like you, they need to be fed in the right way. This brings us to a fact that has been known by most cultures for at least thousands of years, that what you eat shapes who you are. The food you put into your gut encourages the growth of one of these kinds of bacteria, and that in turn affects all the above mentioned things. Given these advances, scientists have identified certain foods that encourage the food guide bacteria, and they call them probiotics. Now, you may think this is a scientist's breakthrough. Well, not quite. These have been known for literally thousands of years by Roman, the Vedas, and the Chinese cultures, to name a few. 7,000 to 8,000 years ago, men of the Thracian cultures, a warrior race, drink sour milk before going to battle. Marco Polo, the explorer, hailed the magical qualities of an ancient drink known as kefir, and one version, the Bible, even says Abraham, a patriarch of Judaism, owed his long life to the consumption of sour milk. That's all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.